What is going on, guys? It is your boy Koopa, or Cooper, Coop, whatever floats your boat. And we are back with another little mini series. If you watched any of the last Caretaker gameplay kind of episode Let's Play, it's going to be very similar to that. Just going to be on a long awaited game that I have had on my wish list for a while called Vane. If you've played Project Zomboid, you should be pretty familiar with this concept. It's essentially the same game, just in first and third person, instead of kind of the 8-bit style that Project Zomboid had. I've played a little bit because I had the demo that we downloaded in the, I guess when it first released, there was a demo for this game. And so I got that, played the play test a little bit, really enjoyed it. There's a lot that you can do, a lot of mechanics that carried over kind of from Project Zomboid. It's a two developers, two indie developers, push out updates pretty consistently. It's a very, very solid game so far. So we're going to walk through this. I already have this set up. We're going to be playing on standard mode here. I don't think there's any reason to play on hard, or very hard, or insanity. So I think we're just going to play on standard for the sake of this video. And we're going to leave everything the same in the standard kind of categories for sliders and advanced and everything like that. We'll turn on permadeath for the sake of this video, so we have a little bit more to grasp, and then we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and get into actually creating the character, and then we'll kind of jump into it. So if you've played Project Zomboid, as I mentioned, there's a lot of parallels between that game and this game. So we'll go through the character customization really quick, and then we'll be able to apply our skill traits that we want to bring in with us, very similar to Project Zomboid. This game was definitely modeled after that game. So a lot of really cool features that, go into this game. We'll get into the kind of nitty gritty. So let's start here. We'll do Koopa as the name. And then we'll leave this the same. I don't want to spend too much time on this just because I think we'll be fine either way. So we're going to go with a little comb over, and go with a nice, I don't want the full beard. We'll go here. We'll go red hair. Make it look like me a little bit. We're definitely not going to mess with all that stuff. And we will leave that there. So we'll head next. Okay. So we get 3 stats. As we're looking through this, I think first and foremost, we're going to go medical. Capacity to treat and treat injury and illness. I think that's going to be pretty important here. So we're also going to go with vitality, your resistance to injury. Because permadeath is on, I want to make sure that we are as careful as possible, because we don't want to die in this series and then it be over. So I think last what we'll do is probably sneaking, weightlifting capacity, melee damage, and knockback chance. Strength, we'll go with strength. I think that's a good, those are a good 3 to have. So we have medical, which increases your capacity to treat injury and illness. Very important with permadeath on. Resistance to injury for vitality. And then we're going to go strength, your weightlifting capacity, melee damage, and knockback chance, just because that'll decrease the likelihood that we get scratched or anything like that as we go forward. So that's good. Here's our occupation. Again, if you played Project Zomboid, you're probably pretty familiar with this concept. There's certain things that you get to bring in with you. I think for the sake of this, we'll probably go with, so we'll get a garden hoe, farming magazines, cell phone, overalls, tank top, boots, firefighter. We'll get a fire axe, firefighter boots. We probably are going to go with firefighter. I think this is probably the best one, because we'll start with a fire axe, which I think is going to be pretty important. So I think we'll go with that. Police officer, you get rounds for ammo. You'll get 2 magazines for the Wolfram, but there's no actual gun with it. So you still have to find the gun. So I don't know if we're going to do that. And I don't think any of these other ones are very... Hmm. I think we'll go with the firefighter. That's probably the best. We get 10 plus vitality and then agility as well. So I think we're going to do that because we'll start with the fire axe. These are all just negatives. If you want to have these, you can skip them if you want. But we're not going to put any of these on. Just we're going to have a very plain Jane experience here as we start this series. Now, I think we want to start in Lion Mountain. I've looked at some of these on the map in the beta or playtest, I guess. And I think this one's going to offer the best because we're kind of in the middle of everything. So I think Lion Mountain's going to be our best, but we have Dannemora, Lion Mountain, Redford, and Saranac. Now, this is a town, it's pretty busy, so I don't really want to start there. So I think we're going to start here and kind of work our way in as we get some materials and gather things like that. So we're going to start in Lion Mountain, and let's get right into it. I think the first kind of part of the video here, what we're going to focus on really is just crafting or getting as many materials as we can as we kind of go through this. Maybe try and find a good place to set up a base or a camp of some sort. There's a few things I know we're going to need, maybe like a sleeping bag, maybe an RV of some sort. But we will be on the lookout for that. We have power right now. So at some point, the power is going to turn off. Luckily, we have it right now. And let's just look through and see what we have here. So we have the fire axe. We're going to definitely put that in our quick use. So we at least have this. Now let's just go through and start seeing what we can get. Antibiotics. We're definitely going to want that. We also have water right now, which at some point that's also going to run out. Okay. Looks like there's a truck outside that we might be able to take if it has a key in there. We'll get lucky. Nightstand's got nothing. Let's check this. There are also full weather patterns in this game, so we will need to also make sure that we're getting clothes for the proper season. But we are in the spring right now, so not super big deal right now. Can be used as a can opener, knife, basic cutting. So we're gonna take that for sure. We'll take that because we're gonna need a can opener for some of this canned food, hopefully, that we can find. Got some corn seeds there. Vegetable soup, very fresh. I think that's probably good. We can take that with us. Bar, some bread, that'll go bad. Flour bag, we can let me take that as well, just so we have. I think the best thing we're looking for is probably canned food. I think that's going to be our biggest and best type of food that we can bring, just because it's going to last the longest. Not really a whole lot in this house. Sewing needle, painkillers, paper scrap, and we'll leave that. Can't do that. Is there a garage? Just another room? Okay, cool. Another room here. American flag. I wanna... Can we take this? Be kind of cool. Wish we could. Search the suitcase, see what they got. Baseball bat. Requires cooking level 40. Okay, so we're not gonna be able to do that anyways. Tissue box, trophy, pencil. Okay. So this is what we got. So we got our boots, our pants, a red shirt, and our fire axe, a little suspenders action as well. Okay, so we searched, I think, everything that we could in here. There's some stuff out back that I kind of want to go look at. We can't get in here because we need a lock. A lockpick. Don't have that. But let's go mosey on out here and see what we got in this over here. Nothing there. Oh, there's a nice... It's actually a cool van over there. I might go see if we can grab that. There's also something up there. Where was that coming from? That sounded really close. Not sure where that was from. We're gonna go back this way. Let's lock that. Anybody sneaking up on us? There's a zombie out front. Another one over there. Now, remember, there is permadeath here, so we want to be as careful as possible as we go through this, because we don't want to get bit this early and then kind of be cooked. Okay, so there was that zombie right there. Okay, this is definitely the tool to start with here. Made light work of that. Where that? Let's just make sure there's no one else around here. Search this, see what we got. Whiskey, probably good for cleaning wounds, if I had to take a guess. But I kind of want to go check out that house over there and see what we can find in that house. Let's try and get through this here. Got some over there. Let's see if we can get in here. Is this open? It is. I'll lock this behind us. Let's just do a walkthrough, make sure that we are the only ones in here. So I don't want the I don't want to get snuck up on. Looking good so far. Good there. Let's get these lights on. Bathroom. Perfect. Okay, house is clear. Let's just keep these closed just in case. Nothing in there. Some more bandages. I think that's going to be pretty important. Now, I want to just draw attention to the details here. So we go to a sink, as you probably have seen in Project Zomboid if you're familiar with that game. We can search the sink. We can drink from it, smell it, fill the sink, wash self, fill the containers if we had them. We don't have any, but we can... I mean, there's also just so much. Seat up, seat down. There's just a lot. It's really cool. Very in-depth. Some tomato seeds, look at that. That'll be huge. Some candles. I wish we could take those, but we can't. We'll have to learn how to craft those. Sewing needle and some thread. See if we can find anything that we can use in any of this. Okay, it's pretty empty. Another cell phone. Now, I'm not going to actually take the cell phone because we already have it, but I'm going to remove the battery and I'm going to take that. Because the batteries are what allow us to pull up our map and see ourselves on the map here. So without the batteries, we won't be able to see any of this stuff. $68. I'm going to take that. Not sure if there's trading or anything in here, but we'll take it just to have. So you can see my phone down here has the battery. It's 35%. Now, if I turn this off, if I turn the phone off and I try to go to my map, now we can't. Your cell phone is turned off. Turn it on in your inventory. So we'll need those batteries as we go through this to make sure. That's also how we get our flashlight, is through our phone battery. Good news is there's also a flashlight, so we can find that if we do find one of those, and we'll be able to use that instead of our phone and not drain the battery that way. But for the time being, there we go. Got a 38 special. That's good. Alright. Kind of torn. Do I want to take the baseball bat? We have this axe. I just don't know. It's at 99% condition. I don't think there's a reason for us to take the baseball bat, to be honest. Notepads. I don't think we need any of those things. Antibiotics we'll take for sure. And we'll look in all these drawers here. Forks, spoons. Not going to take any of that. Can be used as an oven dish. It's 5 pounds. I don't know if we want to take that. It's pretty heavy. Quite honestly. a soda bottle. What we can do is we can empty that, and we'll take this. Wait, we're going to take this, and we're going to fill it up with some water. So we have 3 water bottles already, but we're going to refill from the sink. We're going to take all these. So 3 water bottles. I think that was something we got whenever we started as a firefighter. But we now have 3 of those. Let's open this shed here. Close this. Close that. We're going to take this hacksaw for sure. Aluminum scrap, some thread. Search these storage tubs. Fishing hat. We'll wear that. Now there's a placeholder on it, which means I'm not going to be able to see it on my character. But we're going to take all this. We're going to take this watering can. Because as we get through here, we want to make sure we have everything we are going to need to be able to build. When we get to that point. Plastic rake, we can leave that. But these are always really good around the map just because we're going to have... They have a lot of good stuff in them. Now, let's get... Let's see if this back door's open here. Perfect. Let's lock this. Okay, so there's a zombie. He's not very happy right there. So I think we should let him in. Is he gonna come in here? Is he going to the window? He is. Sorry, this is one of those running ones. We got hit. We did take a hit there. Let's just make sure that we're okay. We also don't have a front door now. Let's look. Okay, we're good. He didn't break the skin or anything. Now the concern obviously is we did get hit and there's not a front door. But I think we'll be fine. Quite honestly. Towels are good. We'll take those with us just to make sure that we have some cloth for bandages, because I think that's going to be pretty important as we get closer to late game and the power goes out. Just want to be able to craft as much as we can. 12 gauge round. We'll take that. Lighter and some duct tape. It's actually a really good container. Painkillers, thermometer, shower cap. Okay. Can we actually see? Okay, so we do have a hat on. We have the hat. That's good. Can't get in there. Now, I'm sure we could break this door down. Okay, so we can. I feel like we're just making a lot of noise. It looks like we have some uninvited guests coming inside. They probably heard that. So let's try and, let's go take care of these zombies down here. Okay, if they're coming in here. Looks like they're sitting outside. That zombie has a backpack on him, so I'm definitely going to go grab that, actually. And I think we're going to take that cowboy hat as well. This is like military garb right here. Okay. So let's get in here. Military boots, combat pack we're going to take. We'll take the military pants as well. And we will have bulletproof vest and a hat. Awesome. I wish there was a way for us to build a door, but I don't think we can do that yet. We also don't have a, yeah, we don't have any of the materials for that. So let's not spend a ton of time in this house because we don't have a front door. I want to make sure that we are, not getting caught in here. So we're going to go in here real quick, lock this, and we are going to edit our look here. So let's take this off. Let's put on our cowboy hat here. Military pants. We'll take those. Yeah, we're going to take these off. Take off. We're going to take these off. We're going to put on our military boots. Put on our military pants. And we did not bring... We'll wear the vest. But we did not bring the top. So we're going to have to go get that top real quick because we definitely want that. And I would say we're starting off pretty good. Let's go grab this military top. Because I think that will help against bite resistance as well. Military shirt. And we'll take the jacket as well. Let's just go back up top. You can also see in the top right where we have the time as well as our... it'll tell us our temperature. So we're a little chilly right now. So we'll wear the military shirt. It's just a brown shirt. This jacket's probably going to make us pretty hot if I had to take a guess. But now we look pretty. Now we look great. We got the whole get up going here. And then we also had a combat pack. So we're going to wear this as well. So now we have a backpack. And we're rocking. Okay. Let's hit a quick save here. Okay. Now, it's going to get dark soon. And we can't really stay in this house because there's no door. So we'd be pretty exposed if we stayed in here. There was a door over there. So we'll make sure to go back to that house. I do want to check this car to see if there is a key in here. Because if there is, there's not. Okay. Those are great too because you have all this storage space in here that we can use. So let's go look and see if any of these zombies had a key on them possibly for that truck. Because I know in Project Zomboid that is also, could be a thing. Doesn't look like they have any keys on them. And this one, no. Okay. Got it. So no keys in there. It could be in this house somewhere also. We didn't get to go through all of this, but since it's parked in this driveway, there's a chance it could be in here. We'll just have to look at all of this. Okay, there's a flashlight, so we're going to equip that for sure. Now it's a little bit brighter than what we had, just using the phone. But we're going to see if we can't find a key in this house for that truck out there. Some cat food. See, I don't know if I want to take that because I don't know if that's going to give me a, that could give me a bit of a stomach ache and then we're really sick. I don't want to start doing that. So Cast iron pan. We can use that to cook, but it's really heavy, and I don't want to carry that around right now. Debit card. Let's just go take a peek one more time upstairs to see if there is anything in here. There's a map. We're going to take that for sure. Standard lock. We'll take that. Some luggage. Show me a key. There's no key. Okay. And this was just the bathroom in here. We already looked at all this. Compression bandage. Searched. Searched. Okay. So there's no key in this house. Unfortunate. But it's okay. So we're going to go... We're going to head over to this house we just came from. We left the back door open. We did. Close. Lock. Now, I don't know if we let somebody in here. Because we did leave that door open, they tend to just kind of mosey on in here. We're going to keep all these blinds closed as well, because the light, I'm pretty sure, also attracts the zombies. So we don't want to... Don't want to have a bunch of light coming through here. Okay, we're going to open this. We're going to kill this zombie here. Close. Lock. We're going to turn this off. Perfect. Now, we did already look at all this stuff. So we're going to close all these blinds. Try not to let any of this light get out. And then this is locked. It's good. Okay, let's head upstairs. Let's get some sleep. We actually have... It's 6:45 right now, so we have some time. We don't have to sleep just yet. I know when we do sleep, we're going to be pretty hungry afterwards. So, there's a sweater vest. We're going to keep that just for when it gets cold. So, I'm pretty warm as it stands right now. So, we can take off this jacket. We can take this off. And hopefully that'll help us a little bit. Not be as hot. So now we'll just run with kind of this look. But let's go through our skill points. Let's see what we got. Because we got a couple things that we can upgrade here. Medical. Gain an additional perk point upon hitting level 100. Gain the ability to see other players' approximate health. We're not playing in multiplayer, so I don't think that's going to be a big deal. You can expect a corpse and see how it died, or XP gained by related skill tasks increased by 25%. I think we're going to go with muscle memory. That just seems like the best one for right now, because we're going to do a lot of things that have to do with medical, I'm sure. Strength. Let's see what we got. Gain 50 pounds of carry weight. Absolutely, probably going to go with that. We're going to go with that. So now we can carry 327 pounds. On the back, right now we're almost at 100. Vitality. Let's see. Clear skin. The chance of dirty bandages becoming infected is reduced by 25%. Your chances of getting sick are tripled, but the effects are stronger. But you get a 5% XP boost bonus. 5% XP bonus in every skill. That kind of seems like it's a high risk, high reward there. Your max health is increased by 25%. XP gained by related skill tasks, and 50% less likely to break your arms or legs. I don't know how much jumping we're going to be doing from building to building, so I'm gonna keep that one there. I think we're going to go with clear skin for right now, or clean skin. The chance of dirty bandages becoming infected is reduced by 25%. I think that's probably where we're going to land. I think that's probably the best. Healthy, your max health is increased by 25%. I think that also is a good one. Between these two, I don't know what I want to do. Probably, this is kind of a countermeasure. This is like an after the fact. So I think we're going to go with healthy, because this is more of a countermeasure. Your max health is increased by 25%. I think that's going to help us quite a bit. So we're going to do that. Okay. So we're good there. Drowsy, slightly thirsty, and peckish. So we're decently... We're a little hungry. Very, very, very a little hungry. A little bit thirsty. We can go grab some water real quick right now. Just drink from the sink because we have the water on for this time being. And then that should get rid of that. So we're hydrated here. Just drink a little bit more just so we have... Okay, we're hydrated. Very hydrated. Perfect. Okay, so we're good there. Now we can also set the amount of time that we are going to sleep for. So it's 7:44 right now. If we slept for 7 hours, we would go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. We'd wake up at like 2 a.m. Get our day started then. I think we'll probably sleep for a little bit longer than that, or wait a little bit longer to go to bed. But I do want to explore some of this crafting, just to see what we got. So tier 1 is all wood. Garage, door, window, gate. Okay. Utility cabinets. I'm pretty sure we need one of these to be able to craft anything, because it says up here, there is no utility cabinet covering where you are standing. These are used to maintain structures. Without a utility cabinet, built structures will decay and zombies may be found here. So we have to have one of these in order to build. And to that, we just need 5 wood scraps and a hammer, which I think we have. Let's go to tools and let's just double check. We have a claw hammer. So we can use that as a hammer. So that's good for us. Back to crafting. Let's see. Kindling. Pile of kindling used to start fires and help them last longer. Sawdust and wood scrap. Makeshift bandage. Needed a cloth scrap. Hand grenade. That's pretty funny. It's actually a zombie hand with holding a grenade. And then we have all of these different foods here. We're going to go ahead and make some bandages because we do have some stuff in here that we can get rid of. The sweater vest, the t-shirt. I think it's the red t-shirt that we have. Yeah, we can tear this. So now we should have some bandages. We do have a trauma bandage, but we have a makeshift bandage as well. So we have one of those. Let's go back here. Let's see what else we have. What else can we... Firefighter pants. We can tear into bandages. Fishing hat. This is the placeholder. So as you saw, it was just that hat on the top. We can... we actually can't do anything with that. We have these khaki pants, which aren't really khaki. We'll tear those into a bandage. And I think everything else we're going to need. So we'll take a sweater vest too. This is also a placeholder. Some of the stuff, again, it's 2 indie developers, so not everything is buttoned up just yet. So you can see it says placeholder here. It just says yes. We're still using temporary art for this item. So it just means that as we put this on, like if we were to put this on, for example, it's just going to be a white long sleeve sweater. So we can take that off. And we will put back on the military shirt that we had on. Now what we might do is, honestly, we might wash these too. They're at 40% in the condition. This is at 3%. I wonder if we can... is it possible to... wonder if it's possible to repair this item. It adds 150 pounds, so this is kind of a huge item for us to get off the rip. It's very, very dark. We'll leave these down. So it's 10 o'clock now. We're going to sleep for 7 hours and wake up at 7 a.m. Interesting. Or 5 a.m. There we go. So we're up at 5 a.m. We're a little hungry. Let's see what we can make here. What do we have to eat? We've got some cool corn chips. Jugs magazine. We'll read that. And we got some vegetable soup. Let's eat that. Needs to be unsealed to be eaten. Oh, okay, gotcha. So we need to open it first. Then we can eat it. Got it. So we're still hungry. Let's go down here and see if there was any food in this kitchen. I feel like there wasn't much to choose from, but there might be. Fork and a spoon. Nothing there. Oven dish. Nothing. In the fridge. Nothing. Okay, so we gotta find some more food. We can eat... We'll eat this bar here as well. And we're gonna be slightly thirsty. That was kind of figured. Okay, so we're a little lethargic. We're still a little hungry. Comfortable. We're relaxed. That's good. So we're lethargic to eating processed foods. So you gotta really maintain what you eat and drink. So we're hydrated now. So let's get on with our journey for today. There was a mountain something up there. Is that a helicopter? Bird? There's this house right over here that we can go head over to. Let's go see if we can find anything in here. And check this car as well, if it's unlocked. There is no key in the ignition, so we can't do that. Can hear the zombies. They're definitely inside. Just don't know where. Is it worth it to go in here and check it out? Try and avoid as much as possible. That's what we're looking to do. We do not want to get stuck in a situation where we die off the rip. So, there's a zombie over there. I think we're going to walk back over here. This fire axe is it's definitely a hack. Haven't started with this before. Let's just kill as many of these zombies as we can. Kind of really popped up there. I'm gonna go check out that tower up there, but I want to see if we left anything in here. This was the first house that we started at, and I think we got everything there was to get out of that house. So let's make our way this way. I don't know if I want to go through the woods here, being a little bit hungry. Let's go see if there was anything left in here that we maybe didn't have. Somebody crashed our party here. Okay. He's a little bit faster than the others. Just make sure no one's... Okay, we're good. And we could also just break that door down, which honestly we might do. It just is very loud and makes a lot of noise. No keys on that guy. Just make sure there's nobody hanging out in here. Okay. Okay. So there's nothing in here. We already looked at all that. Let's just double check here. Was there anything else that we could eat? Fabric softener. What does the fabric softener do? Usually has fabric softener in it. I wonder if we can use this to repair any of the clothes that we have. I don't know if that's how that works. But we'll take it. We'll take it just in case. I'm going to try it. We'll see if it works. Croissant. We'll eat that. Sourdough. We'll also eat that. Cooking oil, vegetable broth, chicken broth. Would be better in a soup. Okay. And we'll eat the squash as well. Okay. So we should have knocked out everything there. Peckish. We're relaxed. We're hydrated. We're still a little hungry, but it's not crazy. So I think we're good to go there. Let's check out this truck over here. A vehicle, I think, would really make a difference here as we go around here. There's no key in there either. No worries. We will check out this. Okay, so we got 2 zombies in there. This is a pretty active house here. Got that one. There's 3 in there. Okay. We got 1 more. Okay. Turn these on. There was another zombie in here. We're just going to close this for the time being. Make sure none of these guys had a key on them. Again, you never know. I think it's very similar to Project Zomboid, where you can find keys on zombies as you go. So I just want to double check and make sure, because if they do drop a key, we want to make sure that we capitalize on that so that we can use that. Because I think, again, having some form of transportation is going to be pretty huge as we get deeper into this here. Now, this is only the first episode, but I just want to make sure that we can get around the map accordingly, not to walk. We could play a little nomad if we wanted to. So there's 2 zombies in here. One. See, these always scare me. Make sure we didn't get scratches. Should heal on its own. Let's use a, I'm gonna make sure. Let's use a, can we take one? We're gonna use a compression bandage just to make sure, because we don't want to get infected. So I do not want to be infected this early on. There's nothing on these 2 bodies here. The ones that lay down on the ground like that, those are much harder to kill. I don't know why it's like that, but I haven't had very good luck with those zombies. Okay, so we're free in this house. We should, and we are infected, as a matter of fact. Wound has a bacterial infection. Okay, so we can now use antibiotics somehow. If we can treat bacterial influenza, make recover bacterial infections occur. Will not treat colds. How do we use this exactly? Because there's not a they'll administer. There we go. There we go. Less likely to get infection. Okay, perfect. So we're good to go. So it's just a bacterial infection. We'll take SIGs. Always good to have some darts on hand. Let's see here. Oh, nice. We got a rifle. Looks like a hunting rifle, too. That's pretty cool. We're going to take that for sure. And I think it takes to this. The Viper. Wow, that's a really cool gun, too. Okay, let's see what we got here. Because we just got a nice, cool weapon. Add to quick use. Is this scoped? Can we see through this? Oh, we sure can. That's pretty cool. We're gonna need to change that, though. Let's see here. Mouse and scoped in sensitivity. Let's make sure this is a little bit lower. Go like 0.3, because that was pretty fast. That's still pretty quick, I think. Minor pause to get the gameplay going here. Let's just bring this all the way down. Let's go to like 0.5. There we go. Do I need to apply it? I need to apply it. That's why. Settings. Gameplay. Let's go to like 0.3. Apply. There we go. Okay. That'll work. Now, do we hold this on our back here? I don't think we do. Base hands jacket. We probably should get some gloves or something too, just so we have it. Box of 762. We're gonna take that. Cigarette pack. There was 3 zombies in here, so it doesn't surprise me there's some decent loot in here. Notepad or a cell phone. We're gonna remove the battery. We're gonna take that. Some cannabis. We're gonna leave that. We don't need that. We already searched this, so we're good on that front. Since we walk through here, I just don't want to get caught. Baseball bat. Let's look for some more. Some compression bandages. Trash. Some seeds. That's good. And okay. Let's just grab some water while we're here. Let's just check our medical here. So we're still a little hungry. So we'll see if we can find some food. Found a lockpick. Got some... Okay, that's huge. We're going to need all of that because that's a good gun to have right there. Sewing needle, magazine, doesn't do anything. Compression bandage, school backpack. Some more lockpicks. We can keep... We'll take this with us because I don't know how long our military bag is gonna last. So we'll keep that. Just so that we have it. I think we already looked at all the bodies here. Okay, so let's go grab this room really quick and sort through our inventory. So we have this 9mm Glock here. We'll add this to the quick use. So now we have a handgun as well. That's pretty huge. And is this thing loaded? There we go. Okay. Then we have the school backpack. Hopefully, this is at 2%. So I don't know if there's a way to... I think for right now, we're going to take this off. And we're going to put on the school backpack instead. Because I want to see if we can repair this combat pack. Because I think that's going to be way more beneficial to us long term for just carrying items. And if we can't repair it, then we'll just use it until it's done. But I feel like there's definitely going to be a way to repair it. So, crunchy peanut butter. We'll take that. Can we read this? That's too difficult to read. Okay. Butter knife. We have one of those. We've looked in here. Tea box bag. Cooking oil. Vegetable broth. More vegetable broth. Some rice. That's good. Now, I wonder if we... Let's see how much this... I swear I just heard something. Okay. So we're at 15%. Let's see if we drink this vegetable broth. Does that do anything for our food? It's still at 15%. That was more for our hydration. Okay, that's fine. Painkillers, legal, tender, and Canada. So 33 Canadian dollars. Again, I don't know what those are used for. I don't know if there's traders or what. But we have a few lockpicks as well, which is good. We're gonna need those as we continue to find fishing rod. That's good. As we continue to find harder cars, areas to get into, we're gonna need to use what we can there. But I think we're good. Learn how to build this. I think that's another cool thing too. We can go around and we can learn how to build things that are here. So like the couch, for example, we can investigate how to build this at level 40 construction, level 25 construction. So as we go through and we look at, you know, building our base wherever we want to set that up, we'll be able to go through and actually pick different pieces from all these different houses and the furniture that they have so that we can use them whenever it comes time to learn how to build things. That looks pretty cool up there. I kind of want to go check that out. But I want to check in here first. Because again, there's always some cool stuff in here. It's always good stuff. Soil bags, we're going to take those. We have a watering can already. Flathead screwdrivers. We have a hammer. We're going to grab these screws, nails, screws. We can get to that one. There we go. We already have all this. We're going to just leave that. Cast iron pan, not going to carry. It's a little much. Safety goggles, we'll leave for right now. I don't think there's anything that we can use that for. A metal rake. How big is... I mean, how heavy are those? I think that's fine. What's our weight at? 120. So we still have about 100 pounds to play with. So that's good. Quite foggy out. Let's just continue trucking. Keep moving from building to building. Bound to find a vehicle that works. Something. Looks like these guys tried to stay alive as long as they could with the stuff on the windows here. So this is a locked house here. Try not to make a ton of noise. Now, worst case scenario, we could always hit these windows out and then break the glass and crawl through them that way. I guess we're close to the train. I think that's what that was. I guess we'll pick this lock. See a little bit of lock picking mechanics. There we go. Very dim in here. Pick lock. Store's open. There's nothing in here, so that's good. Flip that on. Open here. Again, we're just making sure there's no one in here before we start looting. Because permadeath is on. I don't want to get... Sounds like there's a zombie in there. So we could pick the lock. It's in the garage. Probably need to do it anyways. Okay, there we go. Where's he at? Oh, I guess he's outside. We definitely don't want him beating on the door, so... Is this the one we were hearing? Alright, you're good. Relax. There's the one we were hearing. Oh, it's a, is that a park ranger? Sorry, officer. It's a police officer. Any weapons? Bulletproof vest. We'll take that. Absolutely. We already have one on, and I think this one's actually military grade, but we'll keep that on just for, we want to keep that with us. That's... Oh, we want the inside. Is there no inside here? There we go. Keep that off. I'm curious to know, if you've made it to this point in the video, do we like this over-the-shoulder kind of look? Or do we like the first-person aspect of it? Because I like both, to be honest. I'm going to keep switching as we go through it. Because I think both are pretty cool. Plus, I'm a big cosmetics guy, so I like to see the... I like to see my character as I go through this, and what he's wearing. But I'm curious. Because I do like the first-person aspect, too. I think it's pretty cool. We'll just close this. Oh, yeah, we'll keep that. Okay. Let's look through all this. Compression bandage, some aviator glasses. Absolutely going to get those on. Let's see what those bad boys look like now. Love it. We look great. We're really rocking. This is a great start to a game. Cucumber seeds. Whenever we do get to the farming, where we find somewhere to sit down and actually build a base, I think we're going to be doing pretty good. Going to be looking really, real good. As far as farming goes, we also have a rake that we brought with us. Plastic scrap. We're going to take the battery out. We're going to keep that, of course. And can dismantle that. There we go. So we can dismantle a lot of this stuff too. Dismantles. We got cloth scrap, electrical scrap, plastic scrap. Perfect. So I think we're going to start doing that. Prescription glasses. I don't know what we would need those for. We can see fine. I don't think that that's a something that changes throughout the game. Maybe it is. I don't know. Antibiotics. That's good. That door's locked. Let's check and see what we got in here. Nothing in there. Laundry hamper. Nothing in there. Some notepads. Parcel. Unopened. Oh, I see. Okay, so we can open those packages and actually get stuff out of them. That's pretty cool. I did not know that. So if you find a parcel, you can just unpack it. And you can take the stuff that's inside. That's pretty unique. I did not know you could do that. $141. Remove battery. Let's take that battery and let's disassemble this. Electric scrap. Okay, how are we doing on weight? 152 out of 234. So we're creeping up there. We're also getting close to, I think, where the first video is going to end. I do want to go check out whatever this is up here on this mountain up here. It looks pretty cool. Like, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a train station or an Overwatch tower. I don't know, but I think let's make our way over there. Let's go check it out. And let's just see what we got up here. It's like an oil rig or something, or oil field, or refinery of some sort. It's exactly what it is. So it's a little refinery. Some trucks. Oh my goodness. Wow. Mass dump area. Site A1. Okay. So there's lots of bodies down there. Let's go up here and check and see what's up here. There might be stuff in these barrels. I have no idea. Old barrel. Rubber scrap, wood scrap, iron scrap. This is all stuff we're going to use for crafting. Because we are going to need to find a place to put our base. So we're definitely going to check and see what all these are. Explosive box. Huh. Need level 25 to lockpick this. Okay, so we can't pick those with the lockpicks that we have now. But we can continue to go through these. And get what we can. I think we'll also go down here and check out these tents. Because it looks like there could be some good stuff in there. And I really only see one zombie right now. There's one there. There's another one there. I don't see any down below. There's one over there. But those trucks also could be huge. If we can find one with a key, that would be awesome. Let's go take care of this guy over here. So he doesn't sneak up on us while we are, while we're looting these over here. We're going to take all this material to build with. Broken metal pile. Dig with a shovel to obtain metal scraps. We don't have a shovel. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of depth to this game. It's actually really cool how much stuff you can do with this, to be honest. Heavy bolts. A pickaxe. That's going to be huge. Okay, so we are encumbered now. So we're at 214 pounds. So we're going to need to find somewhere to keep all of our stuff realistically. Because we are very encumbered. And I think that can lead to us breaking our legs. Which we don't want to do. So, for the time being, we're going to take that pickaxe that we just got, because I think that's... Yeah, it's 12 pounds. So we're gonna drop this. And we're gonna put that right there for right now. Not gonna forget about that. But we're gonna go down here. There's a way for us to get out. I don't know if we can climb back up this. So that's part of the concern. I think we can get out over there, maybe. But this is also as fast as we can sprint. This is not sprinting, this is sprinting. So we are pretty encumbered for what it is. And I think it's a lot to do with all the materials that we just got. So what we're going to do is, while we're in this area, we're going to use this little house over here, because it does have a bed, as a little point of... It's going to be our temporary base. It's already got stuff on the windows that we can use. This little house down here, we're going to use this as kind of our... kind of our starting base. There's two zombies over there. Just try and draw them out into the light where I can see them. That one's a runner. Okay. And we left this door open, which means there's probably... Yep. Oh, there's quite a few. Holy. Okay. Wow, there's quite a few in here. Now you can stay there. Okay. He's gonna break out of this door. So maybe we won't use this house, because this is pretty, guess we can destroy all these bodies. So he's gonna break this door, which is actually probably good for us, because we need to get in this room anyways. So we'll just wait for him to break this door. And then we'll hit him when he comes out. There we go. So we can destroy all these bodies, but we probably want to search them, just in case there's keys or anything. So we'll destroy that body. A hazmat suit. I don't think we're going to use anything for that. So we're just going to destroy that. Let's go find this other zombie that's right out here. There we go. Come here, buddy. There we go. Okay. So let's destroy... Try and clean this... Clean this up a little bit out here. Because they don't have anything on them that we need. And then also... We want this game to run pretty smooth, and I think we want to make sure that we are getting rid of as much of these corpses as we can. Also not sure if that attracts other zombies or how that works, so we'll just... Where is this zombie at? There he is. Okay. A little bit of a jump scare there. Okay. I think we're good. We'll go through and search all these. Gin, beer bottles. Don't need those right now. I think there's nothing on this guy, so we can't do that. Okay. And we got a leg. Interesting. Okay. So I think this is going to be our little area of operations here. For the time being. And we can use this to store some of this stuff. Like, let's get some of this out of here. Like, we have 2 of these. Let's close this and let's be smart about this. So we can dismantle those and we'll keep the iron and aluminum, but we'll keep those over there. We have 3 crosshead screwdrivers. We have 2 flathead screwdrivers. And the heavy staples we'll keep because those are separate entities we'll use. We're still at 198 pounds, so I feel like we can put a lot of these tools up here. Flashlight we'll keep, flathead, watering can we'll put in there. The fishing rod is pretty heavy. Let's see, the fire axe is 10. This is 3.9. Baseball bat, the metal rake, and the 38 special we'll put up. And now we should be at a good weight where we should be able to sprint a little bit. Let's test it out. Okay, it's still not great, but it's better than what it was. The military jacket's pretty heavy. We're not wearing that right now. So we will put that in there. Let's see. That's 14 pounds. Limestone's there. Wooden planks. We have 41. Soil bags. Okay. There we go. That was where the bulk of our stuff was coming. Now we're kind of moving. There we go. Okay. So now that we've done that, and we have some... Now we can sprint here. Let's get back over here, and let's go down to the... Let's actually get down in here and go and explore the these little tents down here. Because I'm sure there's probably some good medical supplies in there that I want to make sure that we can get. I also want to make sure there's an easy way to get back this way. Because I don't want to have to go all the way around that way. So let's make sure we didn't get... Okay, we're good. We're good. That was a little nerve-wracking, but we're okay. Those sprinting zombies there, I'll tell you, those are not fun. So it looks like once we go in here, I don't know if we can get back out because of this gate. Now, hopefully it unlocks from the inside, so we can just go down there and unlock it and be good. But my fear is if we get in here, I don't know if there's a way to get back out. Unless we do go up and all the way around. But let's go down here anyways. Perfect. Okay, so there's open. This looks like it's going to be a runner. And it is. Nothing. Lots of zombies. Lots of zombies. So we're going to make our way over here. Let's get into some of these tents if we can. Check these trucks. Might be some good stuff we can get out of those. Or maybe get one up and running so we have some sort of transportation. Tell you what, this axe is the best tool we have. It's a great starting tool. There we go. Nothing on him. Okay. First and foremost, let's check these, let's just make sure we're alone over here. So that's the last thing we want to do is, go into one of these things, and, so those are tough lockpicks, so I don't think we can even get, yeah, we can't even get in here, even if we wanted to. Okay, so let's just check for the trucks. Let's look at these trucks. Let's see if there's anything in here. So this is locked. I don't know if there's a key in the ignition. I can't tell. It's interesting. Also locked. 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 Okay. We could try and pick the lock. We just risk using a lockpick and there's no key in there. So I don't know if I want to do that yet. So let's check all of them before we make our decision. Also locked. This is also a pretty big truck. It's not going to have a lot of movement. A lot of storage space, though, which is good. I think we can... The problem is, I just can't tell if there's a... I can't tell if there's a key in the ignition or not. So I would hate to use the... hate to use a lockpick, and then we were not able to get this thing started, and then we wasted a lockpick. And I really can't tell if there's anything in there. How many lockpicks do we have? We have 5. So we could use... We could take our... We'll hedge our bets here. And let's check whatever one has the most gas in it. 58%. 34%. And 81%. Okay, so we're going to pick this one. Okay, well, that's not good. Should be like right there. There we go. Bad. And there's no key. That was kind of what I was afraid of. Okay. And we wasted 2 lockpicks on that one. So maybe we just cut our losses and we go look at all this stuff here. Wooden planks. We're going to need those. Wooden plank, and wood scrap. We'll take these, and we will get out of here. Let's see if we can just climb out right here. Be a lot easier than having to go all the way around. I just don't know if we're going to be able to do that. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Well, I think we got as much as we could done today, so that's good. We're going to get back down here. Hopefully I closed the door, because if I didn't, there's going to be a bunch of zombies in there. I don't remember if I did. But we can't get into those tents because we don't have level 25 lockpicking yet. So, we will... We didn't. We left it open. So there's probably going to be some zombies in here. Lock. There is a bed in here, so we will... Yeah. Make sure. Not hiding here. Okay, cool. Turn those down. Can keep these at... We'll go to half. We'll go halfway for these. Three quarters. Three quarters. There we go. So this is home for the next foreseeable future. Task number 1 in the next episode is definitely going to be to go find ourselves a vehicle of some sort that we can use. Because walking everywhere, while it's not going to take as much gasoline and resources and whatnot, it is just kind of tough walking from building to building, and I feel like it's going to take quite a while. So, in the next video, we are going to go find ourselves a vehicle. We're going to continue to loot, and we're going to actually go try to find somewhere that would be a good base for us to get set up in. This is kind of temporary, this house that we have right here. But once we find that stuff, I think we'll be rocking and rolling because we have lots of seeds. We have a lot of good materials. Start crafting some stuff. We'll get a utility cabinet down. But that's going to be the plan for the next video. For this video, Vane. Great game. Enjoying it so far. Let me know what you guys want to see. If you guys like the third-person view, I can continue to play in third person. Kind of just switch back and forth. But it kind of depends. Again, I'm a cosmetic guy, so I like to see all the cosmetics. Not a finished game by any means. It's still in early access if I'm not mistaken. But does what it needed to. And it's a really, really good zombie game. Quite honestly, there's a lot to do. A lot of depth to it, just like Project Zomboid. So we're going to have a good time going through this series. I've enjoyed this one a little bit more than I have The Last Caretaker so far. But without further ado, we will get into the next video here soon. Make sure to keep an eye out for that, episode 2. But for now, y'all be easy, and I will catch you guys in the next one.